What's up guys, it's Mike. This is a 2015 Jaguar XF. I got lucky enough to get my hands on it, so let's review this thing. Here's the key to the Jag. Beautiful, nice key, similar to the Range Rover key. So we are in this 2015 Jag. It's really nice, and we're going to talk about a few things. First off, we're going to talk about the first impressions of the exterior. The second thing is we're going to talk about the interior first impressions. We're going to also talk about the performance, and of course, we will talk about the social aspect of this car. And you're wondering what that is? Just watch till the end of the video. I've been lucky enough to have this car for about a week now. My first impressions of this car is it's actually really nice. It really surprised me. I'm going to compare my experience to, well, the three cars that I currently have, which is the Range Rover, the Mercedes-Benz, and the Subaru that I currently drive all the time. So since a week we've had it, I still like it. The seats are very comfortable. It's bolstered on the side. The headrest is just right. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, some cars with headrests that are too far back, it feels like you're driving like this the entire time. And you guys know, we take a lot of road trips, so a nice comfortable seat is super important to me. As for the steering wheel, of course, you expect no less, but it to be leather, really nice. The dials are very positive. These are not buttons, they're actually round dials where you would go up and down. There is nice feedback and it feels very positive when you scroll through the entire settings. This right here in the center console you have your navigation, your audio, your music, your phone, clock adjust, and the navigation is actually pretty handy with a simple touch to take me home. It's a 4-door, but it has an appearance of a 2-door, and when you sit in it, you almost feel like this is a sports car immediately. When I first hopped into the car, one thing I did notice about it was, well, it's luxurious. There's accents of wood, there's nice leather, and there's a lot of chrome accents that adds a lot of class to it. One thing that I didn't see was, how the heck do you start this car? Well, most cars with the start button, it's at the steering column, but this one, they moved it to the center console. So the center console have a start button right above the shifter. Just like our Range Rover, it has that shifter where it comes up from the console. I thought it was amazing, really nice addition, and it's not a normal shifter where it's vertical or sideways. It's actually a dial, which makes it kind of cool. Today we actually took a drive all the way to West Covina, and I wanted to, well, test the car a little bit in the sense of performance with daily driving. And I was on the freeway. One of the things I did notice was with the aggressive lane changing I was doing, the aggressive banking on the freeways, I noticed that there was a lot of body roll, which I know it's a luxury car, so you're gonna expect some of it, but most luxury cars have a little bit of sport in them. And I noticed a lot of body roll in this car. One thing I can say about Jag is this car is not meant to be driven by young people like us. A lot of older people drive this car, so they're not gonna be banking corners like I did. So no fault to them, maybe more of me driving. The acceleration in this car, smooth, very fast. Transmission just shifts very quietly. You actually don't even notice the shifting. That was the shift in my mid-sentence, and I barely noticed it. The only reason I can see it is, well, watching the RPM gauges right here. The overall feel of the steering wheel is nice. Of course, it's leather wrapped. All the buttons are very paused. Nothing feels cheap in here. Everything's actually very high scale, and this obviously is not one of the top models out there. And this is going to be the passenger side, front passenger side. Really nice. This is still, the blue tape is still on here, but this is going to be a chrome accent for the Jag symbol. And if you guys want to open the center console right here, just press this button and it opens up right here for you guys. Owner's manual is right inside. Here's the back door. Interior of the back seat, nice, just enough leg room. And for the trunk, excuse the messy car, it did rain. Little press button there, and there is a backup camera there. And this is how the trunk looks, just for representation size wise. This is my tripod, folded up. Nice back seat. And if you guys did watch that, we actually were able to put an entire table back here. This does fold down, unlike the Subaru and unlike the Evos. The back seat does fold down. This is going to be an interesting observation on me. And you guys know I like to observe people. I like to think about what people are thinking, what people are doing, and why they're doing it. Well, this is the one thing I noticed since I own a Range Rover, a Mercedes-Benz, and a Subaru. So socially, I get to see a lot of different things when I'm around. And oh yeah, this car makes great U-turns. Look at this. That was awesome. Socially, in this car, people do treat you different, just to let you know. When we pull up to a parking lot, they do look more. So if you want a car that gets some looks, take this car. And it's also white with nice chrome accents, which explains it. And also people think you're a little more upscale since you have a Jag. Now you guys know I drive a Subaru, so when I pull into a parking lot in a Subaru, people think, well, he's just a little kid, not knowing that, well, you know, I do other things too. When we pull into the same parking lot in our Range Rover, the story is completely different, and I can definitely tell you, socially, this car will unfortunately bump up your social status, at least in the assumption of it, and elevate you into a different level of respect, which is terrible, I know, but come on, let's be honest, guys. Socially, economically, this is how people treat you in different cars. So quick little recap. Exterior wise, first impressions, beautiful, sleek car. 4 doors, feels like a 2, looks really good. Interior, I can't say enough about it. I really like it, and I've been in a lot of cars, and nothing in this car has felt cheap yet. And I've had it for about a week, and I'm trying to look around to find anything cheap that I didn't like. Had no complaints here. Regarding performance, the car is really nice. 0 to 60 is just fine. Daily driving is just fine. I wouldn't bank any hard corners in this car, but overall, this would make a fun daily driver, and it's also tailored towards the older folks. So you're gonna get a lot smoother ride rather than a nice stiff ride, kind of like compared to the BMWs and my Subaru. It's not as stiff, but still really nice to drive. And lastly, regarding the social aspect of this car, it's gonna give you a couple social points. This car is really nice, it's shiny, it does carry the Jag name very well, and when you pull into parking lots or you pick up a date in it, it's gonna tell them something about you that you don't need to say. But overall, I like this car. It kind of makes me feel like, since I live in California, I just gotta put one hand on the steering wheel, hold my latte in the other hand, or my Yorkie, and just take a drive down Sunset Boulevard, down to Venice Beach. No, you guys know I'm not like that. This car's nice though. I can't wait to get our Range Rover back. It's in the shop right now, doing some maintenance and service. And then we get this Jag for a week or so. I've got to return this soon, but I like this car. Overall, let me know what you guys think. If you guys want more of these reviews, I'm definitely gonna do them for you guys. But overall, the car is nice. No complaints about it so far, except the body roll, but that's mostly me driving a little crazy. One really nice feature about this car is, well, it's truly keyless. Put your hand here, open it up, it's gonna unlock for you. Close it. If you wanna lock it, you just press this button and it's gonna go and lock. To do it again, to open it up, just put your hand in there, open it up. For those of you who still smoke, there is a cigarette lighter here, or at least for your charger. Little cubby hole. My iPhone 6 Plus did fit there. And also over here, you got a nice little 2-cup holder, standard. Now I'm gonna have to show you guys this one. You guys watch my Snapchat, you guys have probably seen this. This is the AC fan button right here. Click this, these vents open. Isn't that cool? Very nice feature. You're gonna go ahead and click this button again, click it, and it's gonna close. Pretty cool. Not necessary, but does add a lot of elegance to the car. The buttons are nice, very positive feel. This is interesting. This is not a normal lever. It's actually a dial. If you guys take a close look here, this is for your radio. This is for your navigation for your music here, and that's gonna be for your volume. Over here, you have your cruise control like any other standard car. And this is gonna be the typical switches for the signal and the windshield wipers, and this is the dash. Very nice gauges, actually. Very easy and simple to see when you're driving at night. Let's take a look at the center console, right in the center. Actually, it's a big cubby hole, which I was really happy about. There's gonna be auxiliary, USB, and of course you have that power outlet again, once again, for your phone charging if you need it. This particular model has a sunroof. One thing I like a lot about the newer cars now, especially the recent ones, the reverse set right here actually has a backup camera, which all cars should come with and do come with now. So that backup camera is actually really nice. I did notice one thing. The backup camera on this was a lot smoother than a Range Rover for whatever reason. And for you guys who are always passengers, you do have a cigarette lighter here, which is a nice little port for your phone. You do have 2 vents back here for your comfort for AC. And of course a little pouch like all the other cars out there. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Fist bump for my Smurfin soldiers. Check out my Primal driven brand, my clothing brand, Primal driven. Thanks guys for watching. Fist bump, Twitch live stream. Henry's just got here and we're hanging out with Tinkerbell, guy from Awesome Powers and some pirate, forget his name. Henry's just got here and we're hanging out with Tinkerbell, guy from Awesome Powers and some pirate, forget his name. Henry's just got here, and we're hanging out with Tinkerbell, guy from Austin Powers, and some pirate. Forget his name. Henry's just got here, and we're hanging out with Tinkerbell,